An allegory is a type of story in which the characters, events, and sometimes places have two levels of meaning. The first level is the literal meaning, which is the simple story that we read. The second level is a deeper or symbolic meaning, where the story represents moral ideas, political situations, or philosophical concepts. There are two main types of allegory. First, historical or political allegory. In this type, the characters and events in the story represent real historical people and events. For example, in Absalom and Achitophel by John Dryden, the biblical story of King David and his son Absalom is used to represent political events in England. In this allegory, the biblical King David represents Charles II and Absalom represents James Scott, Duke of Monmouth. The rebellion in the biblical story symbolizes the political rebellion against King Charles II. Second type of allegory is allegory of ideas. In this type, the characters represent abstract ideas such as virtues, vices, emotions, or states of mind. The story explains a moral, religious, or philosophical message. A famous example is The Pilgrim's Progress by John Bunyan. In this story, the main character named Christian travels from the city of destruction to the celestial city. During his journey, he meets characters like Faithful, Hopeful, and Giant Despair. Each character and place represents a moral or spiritual idea related to Christian salvation. Sometimes allegory continues throughout the whole work, which is called sustained allegory. In other cases, it appears only in a short part of a larger story. For example, in Paradise Lost by John Milton, the characters' sin and death are personifications of abstract ideas, and this episode functions as a short allegory. Allegory can appear in many literary forms such as poems, plays, and novels. For instance, The Fairy Queen combines moral, religious, and political allegory. Gulliver's Travels by Jonathan Swift uses allegory to criticize social and scientific ideas. In poetry, To Autumn by John Keats uses allegorical imagery by presenting autumn as a human figure. Allegory was very popular during the Middle Ages. Important works from that period include Divine Comedy by Dante, Piers Plowman by William Langland, and The House of Fame by Geoffrey Chaucer. In the 20th century, some critics again emphasized the importance of allegory. For example, Frederick Jameson connected allegory with historical and political meanings in literature. Paul de Man argued that allegory clearly shows how literature is constructed and interpreted. Allegory, in simple terms, is a storytelling method where a narrative represents deeper moral, political, or philosophical meanings beyond the surface story.